Welcome back. Now, pipes have been fitted for the screen wash. Mission accomplished on that one. So, quite happy with that job. So, whilst all that was finished, I've basically stripped all the previous coats of paint away from the pad carrier and the caliper, and basically given them a coat of Rouge Lume, aka Cherry Red. So what I'm going to do with this caliper is obviously I'll have to strip it out first. It's all been blanked off, you know, to prevent any crud and stuff going onto the into the pipe. I've got some overspray earlier of undercoat from the painting of the caliper and carriers. So there's the rubbers on the sliders. What I noticed on the other caliper on this one, or the carrier, is the pins were, one of them was nice and free, and then the other one, well, it wasn't very good. So it's been all been worked. As you can see, this one was dry, so was not the best. There's the other one. There we go. This other one here. Oops, just cut on the spring, the pad. As you can see, this one was working properly and nicely lubed. So I'm gonna have to sort these out at some point, clean them off, re-grease them, and put them back in the carriers. It shouldn't cause any issues really, but I need to scrub this red paint away from them and get them back in the carriers, test them all out. But in the meantime, I'll have to make sure now, I'll have to wait for the caliper and the carrier to dry off nicely. And it's pretty much there now, but I don't want to get any thumbprints on them and stuff. So meanwhile, back at the farm, I've got the brake pads and the other bits in this bag here. So hold on, this brake pipe is leaking and I don't want brake fluid on these pads. Yeah, nice and dry. Happy days, thankfully. So happy days. I believe they are something like Ferrado DS2500s or something similar, which is good, because it really did stop particularly well when it was on the road. So that's it for a minute. I'm going to strip the other caliper, but I'll do that in a time lapse even, and I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. Change of plan. I thought, just, you know what, just to finish the car off, the windscreen and stuff like that, I decided to finish off the wiper blade arms, wiper red arms and wiper arms. So I've just put some paint stripper on them. It's got the stone chips and stuff, so I'm going to get back to the metal. The actual arm bases themselves are really good, so I'm not going to strip those. So I'm going to use this, that light keeps going off, come on, get back on. This really strong industrial grade paint stripper to get all the paint off. Make sure I get every single bit of it covered. So once this is done, I'll get some safety glasses on, get the scrubbing brush on the pillar drill, and hopefully it'll work. Right, cut off this for a second. Wow, really chuffed with that. Right, welcome back. Now, just put some washing out on the line. Only joking. Put the wiper arms out right now ready. So give them a coat of paint and see what they come up like. So I'll set you up over here. Okay, so there we go. Again, time to wear the mask. Find it. Where the hell did I put it? I think so. I've lost my mask. Well, I'll have to open the door, I'm afraid. That's very not good. Okay, I'm getting some reactions in there. I'll have to sort this out. See you in a minute. No matter what I try, I can't get rid of the silicones in the on the actual arm base themselves. So I've made the decision to just strip it all down now and back to metal, and give it 2 or 3 coats of nice satin black. So I'm going to go ahead and take the other one off and get this one over there. Get this one stripped as well, because it's pretty much the same story on this one. So I'm not quite sure what's causing the issue here. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, finally, good result. All done and dusted and dried off. So I've got the other one now to finish stripping off, give that a coat of paint, and in the next bit we'll fit them on the car. See you in a minute. Well, welcome back once again. Wiper arms are now fitted. I'm quite happy with them as well, the way they've turned out. Even gave the windscreen a bit of a clean inside and out. There's lots of stone chips on it though, so I might well put a new windscreen in the new year, although that'll be a twitchy bum kind of scenario. However, wiper arms now back on the car, and it's looking like a 205 now, actually, with the wipers back on it. So bodywork wise now, I've got to sort out the buttons for the bullets. It's all in hand. All these are going to get sorted out, and also on the other side I also need to put the gutter seals back on the door. I've got 2 very good ones. Got them from a very good mate of mine, Tristan, along with a clutch fork and clutch fork arm a couple of weeks ago now. So I just need to get to clean all the old adhesive off the gutter seals, and order some 3M VHB for those, so I can basically just put them back on both of them, and yeah, it's rapidly come together. So drive shafts were done last week actually. Yeah, both done and dusted. Nice coat of paint on them, so they're ready to go back on. Of course, at the minute I'm not putting the drive shafts in, because of course I need to lift the car back up again. Get the wheels off, remove the struts. If you might recall that I put the struts back on, not in a rush, in a hurry, but so get the car back on its wheels and rolling to go for the paint job. So the job that's outstanding that requires the struts off is I need to paint strip all the crap paint that's on the strut top mounts, and I need to clean it all off, paint strip it, clean it, prime it and paint them. They're going silver, which will make a nice change to black, because at the minute they're obviously the black and they just got painted along with, you know, with the struts when they all got painted with a tough paint. So but yeah, they'll look a lot tidier silver. These will get cleaned. All the Miami blue will, or Hammerite blue, I'm not quite sure which one is on these, will come off the nuts. Same for this side, and we'll be good to go. But that's in another bit. Catch you in a bit. Good morning, welcome back. Right, today is the day I jack the car up all over again and remove the front struts. So because it's got the GTi 6 sump and extended pickup pipe, I have to jack it up a little bit each side, sit it on something just to raise the sump away from the ground, so I can get the jack in and underneath. So I've got the jack in and underneath, and now I'm going to jack the car up. Before I do that, get some lights in here. That's better. Right, I'm going to put you on a time lapse. I'll see you in a minute. Right, happy days, that's both struts off. So now the plan is to strip and repaint the top mounts. I'll take the discs off first, make things a bit easier. I also need to, I've done this one but I haven't finished it yet. I also need to mask up the wing, clean a little bit here actually, mask up the wing, and like I've mentioned before, I need to paint the underside of the wheel arch black. I was going to go grey but I decided to go black. So the plan is to mask the grey bits on the wing itself, give them a clean actually, because there's a bit of overspray down here. It'll come off nice and easily. So right, that's it for a minute, I'll see you in a bit. Right then, that's the strut tops set to paint stripper mode. So I'm going to withdraw the jack from underneath the car and basically, just get in a better position, mind the shaky camera. I'm going to basically remove the front bumper, all being well. Right, see you in a minute. Right, welcome back. Front bumper's all off. Everything I wanted to come off really is off now. I had an accident yesterday where I snapped the pipe outlet for the washer jet pump, so I'm looking for another one of those. Not best pleased with myself, but it was really close to this, so I pushed this in, and I must have put too much force in across that way against this. I just pinged. So yeah, not very happy about that, but you know, these things happen when you rebuild cars. So I left the slam panel on because it's still connected to the bonnet release catch, and so the phone cowling is now out and out of the way, off and out of the way. So it's a case of cleaning this stuff now. This paint, the temporary stuff, has come off. Well, it's basically let's get a blade here. It's just all the way down, nice and easy. That's just, well, how strong is that stuff? Back down to the original galvanised finish. Right, I'm going to get cracking with scrubbing those off, making sure that there's no paint stripper left in them before I paint them, prime them and paint them, and I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back everyone. The strut top is now silver. It's not perfect, but I've got plans to change the suspension next year anyway, so it'll do for now. It looks better than it did in black, I think, but yeah, unfortunately it's pitted, but it's not an awful lot I can do about that at the minute. So the plan is potentially to go onto coilovers. Not sure yet, but we'll see. So yeah, I've painted and refitted everything underneath now. Drive shaft's now in. The hub nut is closed, but not finally torqued down at the minute. So as you can see, you know, looking pretty sweet now actually. So that's this side done. So basically now I've got to do the other strut. The other drive shaft's ready to go, and just carry on, basically sort the struts out, get the paint and the crap off, and basically make a start on this other caliper, get this painted. This one is now finished, nice and dry, done and dusted. I have got to get this crud off from the seals, and of course the luxury I've got was not having done it on the cap. I could spray it all up, so happy days on that. I've greased the slider pins, they're in there. I just need to get these sorted out as well. And welcome back everyone. Second strut is now hung. The top mount looks a little bit better on this one, although still not amazing, but it is what it is, as I said earlier. Right, so I've fitted the disc onto this side, and everything is where it should be now. All nice and tidy. Only the pipe left now to connect once the caliper is all sorted out. So not looking too bad now. I'm happy with that. Happy days. So right, welcome back again. I fitted the caliper. I can't really film anything this side. I'll try and do a little bit more filming on the other side. So the caliper's fitted. I've just reinserted the new clip to hold the flexi to the copper, the rigid pipe. So basically now I'm going to give that a quick coat of paint just to protect it, stop it from going all cruddy. So that's it. The pads are back in, and that's pretty much it for the minute. See you in a bit. Welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the DM Motorsports 205GTi Clubsport project series of videos. Today is the 2nd of January. Nothing has really happened on the car since the day before New Year's Eve. I've received a couple of deliveries though. The first one being the new Nissan's radiator that I ordered. So I've got that in the car there, ready to be installed. I also received some new trim clips for the bumper. So I've got those to fit on the front trim to get it all tidier. It's not perfect at the minute, as you well know, as I've alluded to it. It will do for now until I manage to sort out new ones. That's a future point. So in continuation with what we've been doing so far, today I'll be jacking up the rear of the car, removing the wheels. Right, battery died again. Yes, so the plan is to jack the rear of the car up, get it on the axle stands, remove the 2 rear wheels, have a bit of a check around the calipers and other bits, do a bit of an inspection and a clean up. Remove the rear caliper carriers, brake pad carriers, clean them up. These are fairly new ones on the back anyway. I think they've done less than about 3,000 miles, so they're pretty new and shiny. So that'll make sorting them out a lot easier. And paint them red basically is the plan, and fit them back onto the car, put the pads back on, and just, you know, get them mirroring the front end. However, you might remember I've still got this chapter strip here. I'll put him in the vise, crack open the flexi pipe, crack these 2 open, release the caliper from the carrier. I'll be cleaning the seals, getting the red paint away from them, and keeping the pads nice and safe in a clean, dry bag, ready for refit. So the plan is just to strip the paint all down, prime it up, and repaint it. Nice shade of EKB, Rouge Villain or Cherry Red. So that's the plan for this one for today, and for the car. I'll be refitting the radiator in another episode, along with fitting one of these. Yeah, so that's the plan, and we'll get cracking in a minute. I'm just going to have a bit of breakfast before I hammer on. And as you can hear again, probably in the roof, it started to rain again. It's just been so damp and so overcast here. The last 3 or 4 weeks has been pretty depressing, to be honest. It is winter, it is northwest Wales, and it is what it is. So I'll catch you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Been doing a bit of scrubbing, and I've also been doing a bit of painting. So the wheel arches now been coated with a nice layer of black wax oil, which will be nice and low maintenance actually, but gives a nice contrast, as you can see, to the grey. Which I'm quite happy with actually. Yeah, I've scraped a lot of crap from the hub on the disc. I've cleaned the pipe, the brake pipe, pipes even, and I've given the arms a quick coat of gloss, but it's only a temporary thing because the rear axle's coming off in the new year, and you know, for a bit of a refurb. So yeah, it's not going to be a permanent fixture at the minute, but it's going to keep it nice and tidy and all the rest of it. I've just realised as well I hadn't fitted the number plate lights. Pardon the scruffy number plate at the minute. Obviously, as you all know, Christmas, or some of you may not know, on Christmas I got a private reg. My wife, my boys and my mother and father-in-law bought me K25PEU. So the idea was it's a 205 Peugeot. Look quite cool on the car, I think. So obviously, as it's run out of MOT at the minute, I will need to take the car with the current registration plates on for MOT, and then I can sort the transferring the reg out and purchasing the new number plates all online now to sort it all out. So it won't be too long before the new reg plates will be on the car. So really looking forward to that, and it should look really nice. So yeah, underneath it's all been sorted out. A whole lot of darkness and black really. So nothing too spectacular. You can just see the exhaust there, and so all this has been it's been painted, so it ties in with the wheel arches. It'll look nice and tidy. It'll be low maintenance with the wax art, so I won't have to worry about, you know, stone chips and stuff underneath it. But yeah, that's it now. So that's quite a bit of bits done to this point. So the next job is to basically why did I switch the light off? The next job is to take the pad carriers away from both of the rear brakes and give them a coat of paint. I'll see you in a bit. Right then, welcome back. So it's time to take the carrier away from the caliper itself. So to do that, you have to take these clips off the pads, take this retainer off, and then loosen these two off, which I've already done actually, well, the top one, and carry on with it that way. So let me just make some room in here. As most of you who are watching this will probably know exactly what's going on, but I thought I'd do this for the purpose of people who possibly don't, so give them a helping hand and give them confidence to do this. It's really it's a nice straightforward job. A bit fiddly this one. That's the second one off. Should be a bit of a rewind tool situation here, but I think I've got enough situation. Well, I'll rewind this once I take the calipers off, so I'll do it that way. So right, we have to knock this off. Tap that back in. So hopefully pull this out. Nope. So pull that stuff away. I can get that into there. Shouldn't be doing this, but there we go, improvisation. I'll do it that way. Hopefully now I'll be able to pull this out. These can get tight, and it's the whole idea for them, is to basically take up the space on the carrier so the pads don't waggle around. So that's the first pad off. You'll say about the inner, because you'll have the imprint on that one, so you know you're putting them back in the right position. So this is the outer one, 2 foot plate, 2 foot marks from the caliper carrier. I'll put those there. So I've already cracked that one off. I'll do this one. There we go. So They weren't very tight. They don't feel like they've got any Loctite on them at all, or thread lock. And no, they haven't. They should really. So, but they are fresh, fairly fresh calipers. So, you know, as you can see, you know, they've fairly recently been refurbished. So that's the carrier off. Nice, really nice and straightforward to paint these because they're one piece. I'll give them a degrease and I'll give them a nice coat of red paint. So basically it's exactly the same for the other side, so I won't bother showing that one. I'll crack on, we'll do that, and I'll see you in a minute. Then just going to finish clearing off this the workbench. Bits and bobs here. They've had a scrub, a really good in-depth scrub with the wire brush, so they'll be good enough to paint. So what I've done is I made a little spray section here that if I get them closer in I can get a good spread across with the aerosol can. So I'm not going to be buying any fancy paints for this one. What I've got left in this can will be going on to this caliper. These two here, I'm going to be buying some soft Hamrite smooth finish aerosol to paint them. So they should be pretty good after that. See you in a minute. Back. I just remembered I had some really durable, tough, fairly quick drying paint in the shed. So I've used this before. It's pillar box red, and it's a very similar shade of red to the cherry red, but because they're going on the brake calipers, I think they'll be alright. This is actually, it's high build as well, and it dries quite quickly. So as you can see, in comparison to something like the proper caliper paints you can buy, it stands up very well to it. I can't remember the name of the stuff now that they sell on eBay. It's a really popular one, and this obviously dries off really nice and smoothly as well, which is another bonus. And because I'm painting it, I'm staying away from the areas I don't want paint on. So yeah, I think this will be a winner. As you can see now, I'm painting the top. So if I was to spray it, I'd be getting the paint all over the place. So happy days. So this one here. So the secret is, I think, is to paint it fairly thinly for the first coat, so it dries a bit quicker, and give it a good coat. So I'll give it a key coat, so you can see it does dry off nice and smoothly, but I think it'll be sufficient for a caliper job like this. So happy days. I'm going to carry on painting this. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. I've got this lamp on so I can see underneath the caliper. So in case you're wondering why I've got headlamp on with plenty of light in the garage. So as you can see, this is one coat. It's sunk in nicely into the caliper, and this is two coats. As you can see, it smooths off really nicely. So it should be really good with the 3 coats. So I'm going to give it a hot air gun treatment just to dry it off. Give this a splodge, only a thin splodge again. There you go. Oh, that's dry already. That's brilliant. Right. Getting some runs here. I'll dry off. You know what, I'm actually really happy with this, the way it's gone. So I did need to give this another paint. Oops. I'll give that a quick coat into there. But you get the gist. Welcome back. See you in a minute. And I'm at the offside front caliper, driver side caliper, into the vise. I'm going to take the pipe off. I'm going to start removing the caliper from the carrier itself. So just going to get a couple of spanners, a 13mm spanner and a 14mm spanner. So the 14mm for the actual pipe, I'll take that off that way. There we go, it's coming off nicely. Okay. Righty-ho, so that's off. Put that there for a minute. Get any crap in there. There's washers, they're always on them. I'm not quite sure why, because they never seem to be get crushed against the caliper. So I don't know what the story is with those, but not to worry. So I'm just going to tap this in. Oh, maybe not. Maybe anything else I'll do. I've got one of these. Hold on a minute. Let's get a cloth. I've got a cloth. It's terrible for cloths today. Right. So that should keep the stuff from coming out. Right. Okay. So get those clean off. Crack this one off here. And we've got the sliders here, so we're going to need the 17mm spanner. Just up here. Hold on to the slider. I take the bolt out. A bit more left. Yep, that's coming out nicely. Good to see there's plenty of thread lock in there as well. In fact, quite a lot, because it doesn't want to come out. Happy days. Let's get that out. How it should be. Same with this one. Got a spanner on there. There's a bit of paint on this one, but it's alright now. And again, quite a lot of thread lock, which is good to see. So now, lift the caliper off. Brake pads. What are these then? Not quite sure. It might be blue stuff. Not sure. Good brakes on the front as well, to be honest, considering the standard 1.9 calipers. One of the plans, as you probably know, is so that's really nice and smooth, and that one. However, we're going to be removing them to clean, and take the seal off carefully. So we're going to give them a clean, and basically we're going to get the paint and crud off the rubber boots or gaiters. That's number 2. So there we go. And that's basically all there is to stripping these. Really straightforward. Put a wide brush on them first, and then the plan is, like on the last caliper, is to basically put some paint stripper on them, and of course you can see again there's turquoise handwrite paint. on them. Right, welcome back everyone. Both calipers are back on the car now, and the pads been refitted back on, and a whole lot of other bits as well. You know, it's obviously all been painted now. The caliper carrier bolts have been torque tightened down. Of course, they've got put thread lock in them this time, so it's looking quite nice now. Looking fairly tidy. The black hammerite, no, not hammerite, the black wax oil is still drying. It's a bit wet in a couple of patches still, but now the calipers are dried off nicely, and back on the car. Let's do this side. Same again with this side. All done in. Both the carrier on this side's been torque tightened, thread lock applied, brake pads have been refitted, and the anti-vibration clips. Right, welcome back again. Battery's died on me yet again. Really getting fed up with this GoPro camera. It's just terrible. Not very happy at all with it. So yeah, basically I'm gonna put the wheels back on now, and I'll put you on a time lapse. This one. There we go. Put you in there, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, welcome back again. Now, just had a massive sneezing fit. Yeah, car's back on the ground. Looking pretty good. Calipers are looking sweet through the wheel. You can probably see. Wheel arch is looking nice. And the same with the other side. And the wheel arch again. So I think I'm going to end this episode here actually. I've still got the driver's side front caliper to fit, so it's not much value really in watching me put that on. That is it for this episode, for episode was it 24, this one, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care everyone, stay safe. If you haven't yet, please think about subscribing, click the bell to follow, and get updated about any future uploads onto on the channel. And yeah, thanks very much everyone, take care, see you soon.